So I'll get to vach everybody. In the summer months, I can't call it a minig, but very often what happens in camp, when the kids go to camp, is that, late nights, Motzei Shabbos, whatever it is, they tell ghost stories, They try to scare each other. So let me tell you a holy ghost story. So the intention is not to scare anyone, but, hopefully we'll get some chizik. So the Maisa goes like this. Don't ask me to explain it, I can't explain it, but this is the Maisa. Maisa is the Kotzker Rebbe was once walking with one of his students, one of his chassidim. They were walking, and as they were passing by a particular area, there was a bunch of hoodlums, a bunch of goyim, mischievous whippersnappers, young people making trouble. So, and they were standing there. They saw the Kotzker and his chassid and his talmid, and he began to throw rocks at them, to say anti-Semitic things and to throw rocks. And so immediately the chassid, sees these rocks coming, so he ducks down to hide behind the bush or something. But the Kotzker is just standing up and just walking like that. And so the chassid turns to his Rebbe, he says, "Rebbe, you have to hide the shkotzim. They're throwing rocks." So the Kotzker said, So he says, "You're going to get hurt." It says. So the Kotzker says, "There's no shkotzim, there's no rocks." So he said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Let me tell you something. Those guys over there, they're not from the living anymore. They've already passed on. They don't realize it. They think they're stuck in this limbo, whatever it is, and they think they're part of the world, but they're not really part of the world." And he says, "I'll prove it to you. Stand up. You'll see that all these rocks coming your way, they're not going to hit you. They're mamish. They're not real. They're not real. And when you go close to them, you'll see that under their clothing are tachrichim. They're wearing shrouds of the dead. They're wearing shrouds like that." So kacha, they go over there and they see that that's what's going on. They're mamish not of the living. They think they're alive, but they're not. So the chassid sees this. And the chassid, after this experience, turns to the Kotzker with an amazing question. He says, "Rebbe, how do I know that I'm alive? Maybe I'm also stuck in this limbo thing, whatever it is, and thinking I'm alive, but I'm not really alive." It's a chirpy question. So the Kotzker says to him, if at any point in your life you ever had a hear her teshuva, you ever had a real thought of becoming a better person, that's a siman that you're alive. But if a person goes through life without even for a moment actually wanting to become better and thinking about becoming better, okay, then it could be maybe they're not alive. That's the siman of life. The siman of life doesn't mean to be a tzaddik or to be that person that you are dreaming to become, but wanting to be that person, of having a hear her teshuva, having a thought of teshuva, of bettering oneself. That's called being alive. When the Rebbeinu Shalom said that I place before you good and bad, life and death, choose life, it's interesting, he doesn't say choose good, he says choose his life. Because good is something that comes after you choose life. Life means to want to do good. That's what life means. Now that you've chosen life, now you'll be good. But you have to choose life. And that choice of life means to be mahar b'tshuva. When we have thoughts of tshuva and we want to become better people, that itself is making us alive. It's enhancing our life. It's injecting us with life force itself. Hashem should help us. This week should be a week of Chaim Amitim, true life, of growth, of cheshek, of desire, of yirah tshuva. We should be zaycha that not just as individuals and collectively, all Klal Yisrael should have that yirah tshuva and choose that life and connect to life in a real way, in a pneumistic way. And with that, be zaycha to the Chaya Chaim, and Yisrael Tzedek, and everything.